This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Smash that like button and that subscribe button. Let's just get right into the news. All right, so we got Meek Mill, Blueface. Blueface seemingly takes shots at Meek Mill's new artist. Now, Meek Mill's new artist signed to Meek Mill, and then he talks about why he doesn't have a $50,000 worth of jewelry on. Well, Meek Mill probably didn't give him any money. I mean, honestly, you're signing to Meek Mill. He's co-signing you. He's not supposed to give you, $100,000, I'm sure he gave him some money, but not a lot. Don't forget, Meek Mill does have a deal with Rock Nation now. He has his own label. So he talks about not having this. Oh, here it is right here.
But listen, why would I walk around with $50,000 worth of jewelry on my neck? And my mama don't got no motherfucking house.
Okay, so he makes the point where, why would I walk around with $50,000 worth of jewelry where my mom doesn't have a house and my girl? Well, it is. I'm gonna say there's a couple ways to look at this. You don't have to spend. No rapper's spending $50,000 worth of jewelry in the beginning, anyways. Okay. Most of these guys fake it till they make it. Okay, most of these guys have fake jewelry. Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna say names, but there's certain big rappers that had Lamborghinis and everything, and when they pulled their watches out or whatever to show on camera, I noticed that, oh yeah, this is a Breitling, but you removed the Breitling symbol. So maybe this isn't a Breitling. Maybe it's a fake Breitling that you fake iced out. To make it look crazy, make it look like it's 100,000. But it's not. It's like 5,000, 10,000. A lot of these guys wear fake jewelry, man, and I don't blame them. Okay, I'm not downplaying them. It's a little smarter to me, because if someone does, anyone can get robbed. Okay, if someone does take it, yeah, you can say there's insurance and all that. You never get the same value back for the insurance claim. You don't just get the money back. Like, oh, you spent $25,000 on a watch. You're not gonna get 25 grand back. You're gonna get a depreciated value. And yeah, Rolexes do not just go up in value, just so you know. Okay, it's always better to buy a used Rolex, because then it already took its depreciation. A lot of Rolexes take a depreciation after you buy them. Trust me, I owned a few of them in my day. I don't own any. I'm not into that stuff anymore. But I always did buy. Someone always told me to buy a used Rolex, and I always got the money back that I paid for the Rolex. I had a president. Remember when presidentials were real popular? I used to have one of them. Just dumb stuff. Anyways, Blueface says if you sign a deal and you can't afford 50 for a chain or 50 to get your granny off dialysis, and another 100 to put down on your mama house, you shouldn't have signed on that. So in a way, he's discrediting Meek Mill. But this is also coming from a guy who is signed to like 3 people, and these people, Wack and Birdman, know that you got to make it look good. So it looks good right now. He's making money, okay. But they got him in the right car in the beginning. Everything. Image is everything in entertainment. It just is. So then Blueface also says, invest in yourself. A chain is more than a chain. In this rap stuff, it's all about an image. Just what I said. And how good you rap or how good you freestyle is 2020 as popularity contest. Well, it's always been a popularity contest. I would say, it's been like that for 15 years, maybe more. Like the rapidy rap days were in the 90s, but you still had to have an image. You did, okay? Especially 96 on. I can't remember before then because I was probably too young, but if you just do your history, you can see where it was about rapidy rap, more than anything. People weren't making that much money until the 90s, really. Eric B. and Rakim, they were very flashy, and then so on, But anyways, how much you appeal to your fan base. It's a new rapper every 5 minutes. That's a fact. Stick to longevity. This is why people don't notice if you don't have a chain. They don't notice you. Blueface seems to me like he's on his way out anyways. There also is a line where you spend too much money, and I think he's at that point. I think Blueface has blown a lot of his money. Yeah, so, he's trying to give game and he's showing money and everything. First off, when people show stacks of money, that always shows to me that there's some insecurities going on there where you have to show people you got it. You don't have to show people you got it. People know you're making money, Blueface. Okay, so it makes me think that maybe that's his whole bankroll, But I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm sure everything will work out for this rapper. I don't know, man. Then let's get to the next story, because this story is kind of ass anyways. So then we got Kid Rock. He's caught on stage saying F Oprah. Then he said, my people tried to get me to do the Oprah Winfrey show years ago, and her people wanted me to write down 5 reasons why I loved her and loved her show. I said, F that and F her. End of story. Yeah, I would say, first of all, it was wrong for him to say that. That didn't have to be public. If Oprah did do that, I wouldn't have done the show either. But I also wouldn't have denounced her in public either. What's the point of that? What are you getting from that? Nothing. If you and Oprah don't get along, don't get along. But you're making it a little more crazy saying that on stage. You're not being a real guy, and it's also going to be perceived that some other things are going to be perceived about that maybe he is racist. Some people will say that. So why even open yourself? I mean, I'm pretty sure Kid Rock isn't, but unless he was just, vulturing the culture. He did start out as a DJ, but, rap was very popular when he came out, and maybe he just incorporated it because rap still is popular, but, it was like newly super popular when he came out. So I always got the feeling that he was incorporating that to sell more albums, but, Kid Rock, he is a legend. He did a mashup. He's done a lot of stuff. Whatever. Dave East, last story. He cancels his Boston show due to alleged threats against his life. He ceased promoting last album. Okay, so Dave East shared with his followers online at the show Icon Club in Boston was canceled. There were calls that someone wanted to harm him. That's an everyday thing as being a rapper. Don't let these guys fool you. You're always going to get these threats. If you're in the industry, period, people will try you. It's up to you to budget for security. So he said, so they ain't let me in the club. I know one thing. If a dude gonna do that, he ain't calling the club telling him. Sorry to whoever came out to see me. Okay, so the club shut it down? And coming from Dave East, I don't believe that. Dave East is, we've seen many instances where he's like going at radio people and this person not showing up to events and everything. He gets away with a lot. But hey, it is what it is. They said I was a risk to the club and I had threats against me. They wouldn't allow me in with 500 cops. I guess I was still going to shoot the club up. I don't know, man. Who cares? I'm just reporting. But anyways, guys, that's the news for now. Also, Kylie Jenner was spotted with Travis Scott. I'm not going to make a big story about that. That's what's going on with that. Maybe they're capping for publicity. Who knows? Chico DeBarge was arrested for possession of meth. Whoa. That dude is flying high. Okay. Didn't make Gangstars. DJ Premier explains why Drake and Yasin Bey and Nas didn't make Gangstars album. I gotta check that out after. I think that's about it, man. There's not much else going on. I got some topics I'll talk about today. It's a slow time before things heat up in December. We already went over Nipsey Hussle's artist BH calling out the game for using prolific. Yeah. Anyways, Game is like definitely clout chasing with the whole Nip thing at this point. That's how I feel. There's one thing to mourn somebody, and then there's another level where you're kind of like becoming that person in a way, like taking the name, and you're overdoing it. You're doing it more than his best friends. It's a little spooky when somebody does that. You know, it's not like these guys were best of best friends. They were cool in the industry, you know, which is rare as well. But I don't remember them being best friends, okay? Game allowed him to come on his first tour. That was love. They did a song together. That was love. But, you know, they definitely were friends, but they weren't best homies, you know? But they did support each other, and that was important. Anyways, guys, this is JordanTower with JT News. I hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you know, keep your life in a positive direction. Read a book. You know, recharge this weekend because December is tomorrow. And you want to finish out the year right. It's the last month of the year. I myself have to do this. You know, I'm going to start... I'm going to just get up early tomorrow, and I'm going to start the month right, and we're going to get through the month together, and we'll do some positive stuff. We'll do some financial stuff. We'll do all that kind of stuff as a bonus. I appreciate you guys. Peace.